I was little, at the age of 3, I've always been interested in Camaros. When I was really young, my dad actually owned a '68 Camaro convertible, which is a classic muscle car, and we all see it, and we all know it's a great car. And it kind of carried on through the time, and as I grew up, our family car was a Camaro. And so when it came time for me to buy my first car, I obviously went with something similar to Camaro. I got a Firebird, which in reality is really close to the Camaro. They're kind of sister cars. They're really similar and pretty much made on the same conveyor belts and everything like that. We all see Camaros driving around in Hutchinson and like that, but do we really know what's on the inside? Do we know what the person driving actually has access to, and what do they have on the inside that makes it different from the other cars? Well, the Camaro started out in 1966 as a basic, just plain car with a bench, steering wheel, no extra features. But through the years, it's moved on, it's gotten advances in technology, and it's developed into the car it is today, and yet GM and Chevrolet continue to make advancements to make it better prepared for the future. The first Camaro started in 1966 as a way for Chevrolet to compete with the Ford Mustang, and that's why it was created. In 1966, the Camaro sold for about $2,500, which in today's economy would be equivalent to about $16,000. Now, that's for the features it has. It was a pretty reasonably priced car. The Camaro, there's an article in the 1966 October edition of Popular Science where Mario Andretti was actually quoted for saying that the Camaro in hard acceleration didn't want to brake free, the wheels wouldn't spin. And that's changed throughout the years. They changed that a little bit and made it more, gave it a little bit more speed. And originally the Camaro was just basically a bench, and power steering didn't work very well. It was very hard to turn. And some of those have been re-advanced, or have been fixed and changed for the future. The Camaro faced some difficulties in 2002 when the plant up in Canada was facing troubles, and so they completely shut down the Camaro edition and turned it off. The Camaro was off the line until about 2010, when it was reborn. When they moved that factory back to the United States, it was completely redone, and they changed the whole system and the whole program. Now, the new Camaro offers a whole lot of new technologies. The Super Sport Camaro offers about 426 horsepower, which is quite a bit of power. And it's a lot of fun to drive, and it definitely fixed the problem with the wheels breaking loose on the road. And along with this also came advances in technology. One of the advances is the heads-up display technology, which was used in jets decades before, and they finally transitioned it to now. This is what it looks like now in the way we live in. And you can actually change the features of what it says on your heads-up display. You can have your speedometer, your RPMs, your radio station, your headlights, your turn signals. You can have all that on here. You can turn it off, you can leave it on. You can have different features that you can set it to so that it fits who you are and what you want it to look like. It's a very, very unique way so that you don't have to look down at your gauges, and so you can just keep your eyes focused on the road. Now, the Camaro had all these features, but it continued to move forward, and it didn't stop. Even though that's pretty cool technology, it didn't stop there. It moved forward, and it kept making advances and new features that it could come up with. Now, as it moved into the future, with the heads-up display technology, it was basically night vision. It was recreated night vision that came in front of the driver's line of vision, so that he could see anything that was going on, and so he wouldn't have to take his eyes off the road. That was in the Popular Science July 1993 edition of Popular Science. Now, as in the future, the HUD heads-up display technology changed, and this is what is coming out now. The new heads-up display technology actually has night vision. You can see in the dark, and it also, as you can see here, if in bad weather conditions, when it's snow, icy, and terrible, it actually sends out little lasers that detects the lines and it draws lines on the road so you can actually see where to drive and where to go. Very useful so to keep you on the road and you don't get lost. It also highlights speed limits, so you can see the speed limits, you won't miss it, and it'll let you know if you're actually speeding or not. So it'll keep people realizing what speed they're going, and it keeps them on top of things. They also came out with the LZ1, which is a new engine, and it's coming out in the future, which multiplied and doubled anything they had in the January 1993 edition of Popular Science. The LT1 was reported of having about 275 horsepower, which is quite a bit. Well, the LZ1, which is coming out here in the near future, actually features about 580 horsepower, which doubles what they had in 1993, giving the driver more power than he'd ever want or probably need. The Camaro has changed throughout the years. It's gone from basic to high-tech to futuristic almost. It's become very high-tech, and it's continuing to move into the future with higher technology and better resources.